Hey everyone, it's Teddy, aka JamesKisau on MTGO, and today I'm bringing you something a little special. We're playing Modern for the first time on the channel. A little background about me as a Modern player. Modern was actually the first competitive format I was interested in Magic. Well, I started playing like a really long time ago when I was like in middle school. I wasn't really playing correctly, of course, didn't really know all the rules, but my cousin showed me, and I was really fascinated by the game. Fast forward a long time from then, and Modern is the format I was most drawn to, and I played a lot of Jund. Let's see, I guess I still have some of my lists hanging around, but this is not as outdated as I thought it would be. There's actually Ragavans over here. But yeah, Liliana the Veil, probably not really playable anymore. But that leads us to today's video. This is a donation league from our Kratos, who also brought us the crazy Fable, the Mirror Breaker, Chaos Defiler, Grixis Control, and Legacy. So a very inventive pilot and brewer. And a huge, huge shout out to Thunderbrow and Canoptopus, who lent me these cards to make the video possible. Tamiyo and Phlage are both like pushing 70 ticks a copy right now. So thank you very much to you two, and thank you for making this video possible. And the idea of this deck is kind of your classic Jeskai control. However, we're really going to leverage energy to get incremental value, but also just insane mana trades with our opponents. Cards like Galvanic Discharge, the first you cast it, you get 3 energy, but if you don't need to use all that energy on your first target, the next Galvanic Discharge you cast, you could take out something with like 5 toughness for 1 mana. So the blowout potential is high. Same with Wrath of the Skies, which is a wrath that's based around the amount of energy you pay. Tune the Narrative just helps you dig through your deck and also gives you energy. But the card our Kratos was really interested in was Jolted Awake. This card, first of all, the floor is very high because it has cycling too if this card is not applicable for your current situation. But the cool thing about this card is that, like all these 1-drops, they give you 2 energy, or I guess Discharge gives you 3 energy. But anyways, you get energy, and then you can pay any amount of energy to get an artifact or a creature from your graveyard back to the battlefield, which is pretty crazy. When you got stuff like Snapcaster Mage, Timeless Dragon, maybe we won't be doing that as much. Tamiyo, which you've seen in the Grixis control videos, is quite strong. Phlage, all these cards are quite powerful. Maybe even Solitude, Obsidian Charmaw. There's going to be a lot of cool things we can do with this card. And like I said, the floor is really high because you can just cycle it if you don't need it. Pad the Exile. Haven't played with this one for a while. Even when I was like playing Abzan. Maybe I never even played Abzan on MTGO. That might have been a paper only thing. Hold on. Oh no, it's under junk, of course. People called Abzan junk for a while. This is a real blast from the past. Ray of Revelation. Oh, I love it. Anyways, what was I talking about? Um, oh yeah, even when I was playing Abzan, I wasn't really on Path to Exile just because you have removal that doesn't give your opponent card advantage in black. So yeah, but there's no question that the catch-all element of Path to Exile is very powerful, and sometimes giving your opponent an extra basic land doesn't really matter when you're controlling literally everything they do. Also important to note that this is the first true white deck on the channel. I know I played a Doomsday pile with some white elements in it, but it wasn't really a white deck. This is truly a white deck, and I've often talked about how I feel quite limited as a white mage, and I'm not very good at piloting white decks. So hopefully I'll learn a lot this time and become a better white mage, become a more versatile player. What else? Phlage, yeah, the newest in the Titan cycle. This one seems pretty darn good. I mean, they're all darn good, but it definitely seems better than Kroxa. The life gain on Uro just seems to be one of the sleeper hit of Uro for a control deck. That life gain is very relevant. And then 3 damage to any target. So it's quite different than Kroxa. Even though Kroxa is cheaper on the front half, the indirect nature of its interaction has kind of made it not that great, I feel like. Although I'm sure there's plenty of modern decks that can use Kroxa well, but it hasn't really shown up in Legacy. What else? Narset, you all know about her. Yeah, Obsidian Charmaw is a cool one. It's good for destroying lands and stuff. And also it can come down for 2 red if your opponent is running a bunch of like lands that are like Tron lands. There's that new Ugin's Sanctum? No, Sanctum of Ugin was an older card. It's like Ugin's Labyrinth or something like that. But yeah, probably a lot of Eldrazi in addition to Tron running around right now, so we'll see what we can do about that. Damping Sphere, Classic. Yeah, I'm really excited to try this out. It should be a lot of fun. And there's gonna be a little like a plug bumper after this that I put in all my videos, but I also wanted to mention that I'm working my way up to 500 subs right now, and once I do, I'm gonna do a Q&A. So once we start getting closer to that, you can start just firing questions in the comments section, and I'll answer any of them that won't get me canceled. And I just wanted to throw in a little reminder, please like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to see more stuff like this, consider checking out the Patreon. Welcome to the league, everyone. The first modern game on the channel, even. It's not the most exciting hand, but I think it's pretty good. We've got our mana underneath us. I think if I want to Galvanic Discharge something on turn 1, I should play Flooded Strand here. Spybluff Canal, so it's very possible. DRC. Yeah, I think I'll just discharge that on sight. I think I'll even do it now, just so I can bank some energy. It's quite different than Bolt. I guess I do this off Sacred Foundry, right? There's our 2 energy for Russer of Inspiration. Just a 3 mana draw 2. Pretty busted. Pretty busted stuff. Path is sweet. I think I'll play out Meticulous Archive. Counterspell. Yeah, I think I'll keep that in the mix. We're just trying to make land drops. And then really take over the game. They've got another DRC. And a Ragavan. So who do you path in this situation? You can just hit them both. Got Snap Path next turn. Or Snap Discharge is better. So with that in mind, I think I will path DRC. Then I'm still banking some energy. Quite a bit of it, actually. Ramping them is never ideal. If they want to cast Force of Negation on Galvanic Discharge, that's fine. I still have a blocker for Ragavan, so I feel like I'm still going to come out ahead in that situation. Alright, we've got 4 energy banked. If we ever draw Wrath of the Skies, it could be a 2 mana board wipe. 5 cards in hand of those. It's pretty scary. And EI. Ooh. I do miss that card in Legacy sometimes because it feels a little quaint right now, but there's no doubt that Delver was just a complete card advantage menace with that card. Shocked in. Tune the Narrative. So they've got some energy up their sleeve as well. Jeskai Delver, huh? Okay, that's fine. Got a good exchange with that one, that's for sure. It's important to make land drops, isn't it? But maybe not that important. We just have a lot of options at instant speed here. I wonder if they're going to do something that costs 5 mana. Oh, maybe they're spinning for something here. It seems like Murktide with Counterspell backup. Well, gotta make them have it. Yep. So Jolted Awake is a good draw. We have quite a few good draws, actually. Phlage. Not sure if that's one of the ones. I'm going to draw 2. There's Jolted Awake. So they won't be tapped out anymore next turn. But we will be able to pull off the Jolt Awake Snapcaster, Pathier, Murktide Regent, and hope it works. Amped Raptor, that's cool. Card had a lot of hype behind it. They get a Preordain. It's not bad either. One top, one bottom. What could that mean? Oh, another Amped Raptor. Putting that hurt on. First strike is nasty on that. Late game Ragavan. Not the scariest. Alright, I feel like this will work, but then we'll have to beat these Raptors somehow. I should tune the narrative right now. We're not going to be escaping Phlage for a minute. Preordain. Not bad. And Discharge. I could discharge the Murktide Regent and then cast Phlage. That will buy us a good amount of time, I think. Is that better than Snapcaster Mage, though? Gives us more options for Jolted Awake for sure. Or I could cast Phlage and then Jolt Awake Phlage, but then I'm behind a land drop on that. I could cycle Timeless Dragon, make my land drop, cast Galvanic Discharge. I think the first line was best. Or was it? It'd be cool to make a land drop, that's for sure. Maybe I should cast Preordain. But I also got to make sure I do the important stuff before I can't get like Spell Pierce. You can't Spell Pierce Phlage though, so yeah, let's do that. Hope I'm not walking into something that they can remove instants from their graveyard at instant speed. This has put them in the tank. So their last card must be good. But I hope it isn't. Okay, that worked. Now we Phlage. Hit your Ragavan. Go to 10. We got hit down to 6, but hopefully we can stabilize behind Phlage. It's really hard for red decks to deal with 6/6 creatures. Tune. Okay. I mean, they have a lot of energy, but card's not really famous for card selection, you know? Shocking this in is dangerous. Because if they have a counter spell, they'll just win. But what? I'd just be looking for basic mountain or basic plains with this preordain or fetch land, I guess. Then I'd go to 1 off a raptor attack. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Or Mystic Gate also is probably the best outcome. Add white, white. Red, red. Cast me a Phlage. Oh, we're just in there. Okay, blow up a raptor. And hopefully stabilize behind this massive threat. Oh, they're doing something. Hopefully just surveilling. Oh, right. It's modern. That's a normal thing to do. Nice. The Lightning Helix Titan does represent quite a big swing. Okay, so I think Solitude is likely pretty good. As is Narset, maybe? I don't know. Oh, Teferi seems good. And the deck does draw a lot of cards. Because it depends on how controlling we want to be. I think the answer is very. Does that make Tamiyo pretty poor on the draw? I think likely. Go down to 2. And then Force of Negation. Is that really how we want to trade? Maybe go down 1 Wrath too. Because while they do have a lot of creatures, I feel like they have an equal amount of spells. Yeah, I wish I knew how to sideboard better. I don't know. This feels ostensibly kind of like a Delver deck, and Planeswalkers aren't really at their best here, so I think I'd rather go like... Well, got a 1 mana removal spell. My mana underneath me, I got a Wrath to catch up. Seems like a good hand. I got Ragavan. And I've got an answer. So, do I do this on their upkeep? Do I wait until they attack? Because Force of Negation is on right now. Is that just a fine exchange if they have to spend 2 cards on a Galvanic Discharge? I think so, right? And I probably want Steam Vents. Alright, bank a couple energy there. So, Wrath already looking pretty good. Another Ragavan. So yeah, I guess if I had gotten Sacred Foundry to Fairy, it's pretty good. I don't really want to Ambush Viper this Ragavan though. That seems poor. Although I've heard stories about how Ragavan runs away with the game. I'm going to go ahead and say that I think I can get more value out of this Snapcaster Mage, and I think it's going to be okay for them to get a Ragavan trigger, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully don't regret that. Everyone should give me a little bit of a break. I haven't played Modern in a really long time. And I played Jund. I have no idea how to play white decks. But it seems like the color emphasizes patience a lot. So I'm just going to be patient and let Ragavan hit me, I guess. Galvanic Discharge. Well, there's only one target for that. I would have liked to draw it, though. Oh, crap. I've got one of those. They probably tick up, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it's important to guarantee your value. That's strong. So, if I snap Galvanic Discharge, they would kind of need to have a force negation to keep up with that, right? Yes, I will keep that. I still want to do the snap thing, though, because then I have onboard pressure for Teferi. I can probably discharge whatever they try to protect him with next turn out of the way. I love this so much. I feel like I'm almost never getting to cast turn 3 Snapcaster Mages in Legacy. Snapcaster is like a late game card over there. So I miss this play pattern a lot. It's great to have it back. Sure. That's a good exchange. Looks like Murktide. Oh, never mind. See what they get. Hopefully not Preordain. But I'd also be kind of sad if they hit a land. Yeah, I kind of wanted that. So Teferi mirrors are terrible. Everyone knows that. Okay, I hit a land anyways. So yeah, they just have impunity to keep dashing Ragavan as long as Teferi's around. And that's not cool. It's not cool at all. At the same time, like, what am I really supposed to do, you know? I could draw 2. Then what am I hoping to hit? Just don't quite have enough mana to do everything here. I could play Teferi and tick up and kind of ensure my other plans will mostly succeed. But yeah, Teferi and Ragavan is one hell of a combo. Very strong. Teferi could give me a instant speed Wrath as long as this Teferi's gone. So yeah, we're looking multi-turn here. At the same time, though, like, if I cast Teferi, they could Galvanic Discharge and take it out because they have 2 energy banked. We're in a real tough spot here. And my patience, much like the Death Knight from Warcraft 3, has ended. I used to play some World of Warcraft when it first came out, and then I kind of stopped, and then a while later someone was like, oh yeah, you know, like the Horde has a new leader, and he killed Karen Bloodhoof. And I was like, wait, what? You just killed Karen Bloodhoof? You can do that? And be the leader of the Horde? That seems like you should be punished for doing that. He was like a Tauren hero. I'm just gonna hold up this draw too. I guess I should do it right now. Try and grind this out. We'll have that instant speed Wrath next turn. And they're binning a lightning bolt. Yep. That's pretty good. I was trying to think of a real world equivalent of what it would be like if someone of just like killing Karen and becoming the leader of the Horde, and everything I could think of was incredibly problematic. I'm just kidding. Oh, Jolted Awake on Bobble. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I guess it's really the only target, huh? So that is a 1-for-1 trade. I feel like, okay, they hit Jolted Awake. That makes a lot more sense. I was like, you're playing Jolted Awake? Okay, yeah, that Ragavan was just pure fire, and that hurts. Solitude, that's a good one. A mighty good one. I still think Teferi is more safe, though. Oh god. Thank god. I was like, this card... Is this card just good enough in Modern? That would blow my mind. But kind of makes sense, honestly. Like, it's just a counter spell. Oh, they're not going to dash Ragavan? They're going to cast Ragavan. That's interesting. It's worrying, honestly. Did I forget to play Elegant Parlor last turn? Am I that bad? No, I did not forget. I'll bin that, I think. I'm more interested in action right now. Try and cast another Teferi. Sure. Well, I need this Ragavan gone. It's a pretty bad use of Wrath of the Skies, but I mean, you know how it be. Surely they can't have the fourth one. Surely I've ground you out. Okay, yeah, no play. Okay, I'm really glad I surveilled that Flooded Strand. Hardcast Solitude, though, not bad. Not bad against the tempo deck. They appear to be flooding a bit. I'd really love to draw some action here. They have more energy than me, but I'm not sure if that's too relevant. It's a good draw. In general, they're going to be more aggressive than I am. Sure. One top, one bottom. Okay. Can expect some action here. Seems like they found Murktide Regent. Resolves. Not excited about giving them 8 life. I'll bluff Counterspell. You do have Counterspell. Alright, I guess I'll spend all my energy just wrathing this thing, right? Yeah. Please don't Spell Pierce. These 1-for-1 trades on Wrath of the Skies is not very good. It's not very good. Oh, that's cool Sacred Foundry art. It's from Clue. I don't remember that room in Clue. Passing. Path. Yes. Although I'll pass over Solitude if I activate Narset. What a headache. I'll just do that. Patience. White Mage Patience. That just resolved like it was nothing. I'll take a Jolted Awake, right? Yeah, there's a Snapcaster Mage in there. That's pretty freaking good. Pretty frickin' good. Not sure if I want to discard a card at random, though. So I suppose I'll target Preordain. Yeah. Top. I was like, wait a minute. Aren't there, like, bombs in this deck? There are bombs in this deck. Yeah, they seem pretty flooded over there. They're gonna discharge on Narset. I think that's fine. That's like this is a good exchange. I don't think it's worth losing Flame of Anor. It might have been worth a hard cast Force Negation. Get Phlage in the yard. Even up those life totals. Send for 2. And send the turn. Resolves. I could have flamed in response, but there's nothing to do with the other modes. Teferi. That was bad. I should have left up white. Although, if I path a creature they play, well, yeah, then they couldn't have Spell Pierce. There's only one card left in their hand. All right, well, let's go. We're almost there. Yeah. Oh, it was a Galvanic Discharge. I think that's fine. Because once I escape it, it's another 3. Just like the ETB is pretty nasty. Amped Raptor. That was pretty good. See what they uncover here. The final Ragavan. Alright, that's good for them. Alright, I don't think I played very well, but I'm just kind of getting back into Modern, so I'll do better in the next match. It's been a long time since I've played Modern. It's pretty refreshing. I always wanted to do a Modern Jund video for the channel, but every time I tried to find a list, I couldn't find one. Jund Saga is like pretty popular, but that didn't really like feel like the kind of deck I wanted to record. It just didn't feel like the Jund I remembered. But I mean, I have a lot of experience playing Jund with Ren 6, but I don't know, yeah, it just felt like a different deck. I mean, I'm sure I could still play Modern Jund and maybe like get a 2-3 or something, but yeah, I don't know. I wanted to find like a list that was handling the meta decently, but I couldn't find one. Opponent taking a mulligan. I think this hand's pretty good. If they deal with Tamiyo, and it's not exile-based removal, I can jolt it. Phlage is great endgame. Flame is great synergy with Tamiyo. And I have a Preordain to kind of string it all together. Flagstone's an Ocelot Pride, though. That's going to get a lot of value. Well, I can get value too. It's just going to cost me mana. Gotta be thinking about Phlage as well. So I suppose I should get Hallowed Fountain. Yeah, this card gets out of control real fast. Especially if they play into Ajani. Then I'm incentivized to deal with the Ajani before the Ocelot Pride. Fortunately, we do run Wraths, so it's not like a horrible situation. They're taking our Tamiyo. The other thing I was going to say is that, like, if I can flip Tamiyo, the +2 ability is quite good against 1/1s. Speaking of which, oh my god. This is out of control. We need Wrath of the Skies right now. Or else we're going to be overwhelmed by cats. I know that sounds like heaven to many. Bottom, right? Or is just securing for line number 4 so important? Because Phlage might be able to stabilize. Maybe. Sure. Okay. Man, this thing clocks fast. They're going to ascend soon, too. Pay the energy. They're running Aether Hub. That's fascinating. Yeah, this is like the fastest clock imaginable. Yep, there's the city's blessing. Fortunately, they'll ascend after this ability goes off, right? That's right. Oh, it saw it. It saw it happen, everyone. All right, well, we need Wrath of the Skies, and we need it right now. Yeah, I got Elegant Parlor. Nope, not good enough. Wrath of the Skies. Wrath of the Skies. No. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not dead. But I'm close. See if I can stabilize behind this Phlage. I'm not optimistic. My Tamiyo is potentially free next turn from this static prison. That's any non-land permanent. It's kind of busted. Cats, cats, cats. I was like, oh, I'm at 12. This isn't so bad. First strike. Oh my god, you have Phlage too? That's a bit of reach right there. And 3 extra damage I was not counting on. I don't know if I can do this anymore. And yeah, they can escape it next turn. This is terrible. So even if I hit Wrath of the Skies, it's not enough. Yeah. That's it for me. Quite the clock. I had to have been on the draw, right? I feel like that did not feel like I was on the play at all. Anyways. Wrath. Solitude. I guess that's it, huh? Our deck should already be pretty well set up to deal with this. Teferi does not seem very relevant. Can probably cut a counter spell too. It's not really that kind of matchup. Energy Zoo. Ocelot Pride. I've played against that card once in Legacy. Might not cut it there. But it seems like a great proactive 1-drop for white. Ugh, can I afford to send this? I have a 1-mana removal spell. And 2 Rads. I don't think I can, but I really need to surveil a land. Rustvale Bridge. So there's an artifact slant too. It's fascinating. It's gotta be Marticulous Archive. Yeah, there we go. Marticulous? I don't know why I just said that. How about another land? Yes, please. That's a good one too. Pathing them this early seems kind of silly though. I got Meticulous Archive, even though I had Galvanic Discharge in hand, because drawing Preordain or some other way to do... Oh, come on. Are you kidding me right now? This is what you're doing too? This is like an Ice 9 player? Boros Boom. White Orchid Phantom. I could just counter that. I'm kind of interested in doing that, even though my deck has basics. This Mystic Gate's kind of important to me. Alright. This feels like a different deck than the one I just played. Well, we continue to get bailed out. So that's nice. Where are all the 1-drop creatures? Sure. It should be something that can escape Phlage. And I need double white for this Wrath, so... Yeah, it seems fine. We'll cast out Galvanic Discharge here. Pay 2 energy, bank 1. So yeah, I can't cast that Force Negation. It's not good. Philia. Okay. Might need to path that. I think I will take 2 though. Just kind of want to see what's going on here. Amped Raptor. Guide of Souls. Yep. So this will be pretty good. This Wrath will be pretty good. Just need some more land drops. Pay out the rest of my cards. There's another Guide of Souls. And a Phlage. I have Path to Exile for that. But I'll get hit pretty hard first. Yeah, this card is bonkers good. Jolted Awake. No targets for that. I guess I'm going to just cycle it then. Galvanic Discharge. Yeah. Still waiting on that land. They'll get a good exchange here, like spending a real card on a card that came out of the graveyard. It's not great, obviously. They're also going to 27, but I think this deck is pretty aggro. So as long as I can get to a point of control, I'll be feeling good. But I need land drops to do that, and I'm just not hitting them. How insane is it to... Yeah, it's entirely insane. If I just miss, I feel like I lose. My left hill will just be too low. Path. But if I end up having to pitch cast that Flame of Anor. Oh, they're out of basics too. It's a nice plus side. I feel like this next path will be cool as well. Ajani. Yeah. So I think I do need to path that, because if I try to Wrath these, I'm pretty sure Ajani will see the cat dying, right? I'm not sure about that, actually. I think I'm fine doing this regardless, though. Okay, Tamiyo's pretty cool. Yeah, I guess I will. Guess I'll get my Flame of Anor value. Amped Raptor. They get a Boom Bust. Afraid I can't let that happen. Ugh. Time for another Wrath of the Skies, I guess. I'm just having a devil of a time getting my Tamiyo attack triggers. There we go. Just one more of those and I can start clocking. Might as well bank all this energy, right? Yeah. Beautiful. Still got a Solitude. If they top deck Phlage, seems like their best top deck. Yep. I told you that would happen. I'm gonna go to 3. Are they gonna hit Tamiyo though? No, they're going after me. I like it. Ugh, that's why. You got to be kidding me right now. This deck is annoying me. Alright, as long as they don't boom bust, which I guess would prevent them from casting Phlage. Um, yeah, hopefully they just cast Phlage, even though that means they get to bank whatever they drew. But maybe it'll just be a land. You never know. And they have so much energy, like, I feel like the game's going to end before Tamiyo gets free. Well, maybe not. They're at 30. Weird spot all around. I hope they don't have Lightning Bolt in hand. I don't think I've seen that card. I think I would have seen it by now. Preordain. Wouldn't mind casting that next turn. Alright, somehow this dude has 39 life. But we're gonna do it. There's still 38 cards in our deck. We'll be fine. Especially if I get to attack. Ajani. That's pretty good. Gotta deal with these fools somehow. The cat bros. Can't really let Ajani flip. Timeless Dragon's not bad. But I'm gonna preordain here. Yeah. Time to test my theory, right? I already had the energy. I didn't need to do this. My brain is mush. Yeah, I told you. I mean, I did this because... Oh, wait. Oh, because Ajani is not even... Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore. So the ability goes on the stack, but there's a critical existence failure. Gaining that life is nice, because now even if they top deck Phlage, I'm not just straight up dead. And maybe I can finally start doing Tamiyo stuff. Maybe. Okay, they hit a land at long last. But they seem to have drawn something insane. Oh, they're just going to destroy all the lands. Got it. Yeah, it definitely works out better for them. Haha. This game is positively nutty. It's butt nutty out here. That was kind of an unhinged line. I got to admit. It's good enough. As long as they don't blow up my land again. That's a third boom bust. How many of them are they playing, you think? Think they got the whole 4? Fable the Mirror. That's a busted card. That is a busted card. Flooded Strand. Am I supposed to still... Well, one thing is certain. I'm definitely going to attack. I'm going to crack a clue. Okay. I think I would take that trade too, if they offer it. Seems like they drew something interesting. The rate of play is really slowed down. Or not. Maybe they're just upset. Too many lands. I get it. You cast Bust, you don't want to see any more lands for the rest of the game. I understand. I'm out of surveils, I think. Yeah. If I can get my shotgun out of the way. I can flip Tamiyo. Force a negation. Okay. I definitely want to flip Tamiyo. I think it's pretty integral to start getting these cards back, especially Wrath of the Skies. If I can rip a blue card among these clues, perfect. Snap is also really good. Okay. Now they might come in. Oh wait, no, that'd be a bad attack. That'd be a very bad attack. You need 2 power to beat Solitude. That's what they say anyways. Yeah, I can't have Reflection stick around. Unlicensed Hearse? No! Maybe I should have forced that. But I can overload it. Luckily, I can overload it. I try to hold on my forces as long as possible. I'm going to lose my clue token, though. I guess I should see if they even go after it, though. I mean, I'm sure they will. But maybe they won't. Yep. So yeah, this isn't the cleanest thing. Because I'm going to lose Snapcaster Mage and my clue token. But I think I made out a little better than they did. If I can start hardcasting these Timeless Dragons, that would also be pretty sweet. Lifelink on Solitude is coming in huge here. We're either lagging like crazy, or there's a concession lag happening. Okay, no. It's like there's no way this person's giving up. I'll edit that out. Alright. Well, this matchup on the draw, I have a lot of concerns about it, let's just say. I think Force of Negation was kind of poor, though. Like, what's it really hitting? There was Unlicensed Hearse, there was Fable the Mirror Breaker. I don't know. They come out so fast, though. Maybe just having any amount of free interaction is imperative. I think that is probably likely to be true. And they kind of had tokens, too, so maybe Teferi is not that bad. Teferi has pretty solid play against Fable the Mirror Breaker. I don't know, though. Doesn't do enough for the board. So I think I cut one Tamiyo and grab a Force. The crazy thing about Boom, this looks good to me, is that it can also hit basics. Arena of Glory. So yeah, we're gonna really try and catch up with this Wrath of the Skies here. In the meantime, if we have to, we have Force Snapcaster Mage. Ideally, we're also okay. No boom. That's great. Or maybe they're not. Actually, they probably do have it. I'm just like playing cagey with my Arid Mesa. But if I can get them to not spend their mana or waste their mana rather, we'll be in good shape. Yeah, they're an aggro deck, and they haven't spent any mana yet. Do I need to force this? I don't think so. I think Wrath will do a good job cleaning it up. So, what if you surveil and you see something you want? So maybe I should just plan on getting a Shockland first. Jolted Awake. I think I'll bin that. Not relevant yet. Okay. Kind of a lot of land. Play Scalding Tarn. We're almost there. We're so close. Go into combat. White Orchid Phantom. That one's alright. Oh, they're gonna ramp. Okay. I'm glad they're not bullying my mana. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make this Wrath pretty epic. Another Flagstones. Definitely gonna counter that one. Although it does all get swept up in a Wrath. Just would have been really nice to have a little more energy up at this point. Maybe that's what I needed Jolted Awake for. Maybe I messed up. Yeah. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm trying to do my best here. I'm just not doing very well. Yeah. I'm really going to rely on Wrath of the Skies here. I could also Eternalize this Timeless Dragon next turn. Gotta tighten this up. I'll bin that. I think we're pretty set on lands here. Counterspell. Counterspell. That's pretty good. Yeah, so next turn I can just cast Wrath of the Skies. There's no reason to snap Jolted Awake for no value. Is it acceptable to take 6, though? Yeah, I could just hold up Force of Negation. That doesn't counter everything, though. It really doesn't counter everything. So, tough choice. I think in the interest of not losing my dragon token, I'm going to take 6. And hope it's not a huge frickin' disaster. It'd be kind of cool if they just tapped out for a bust this turn. I get to counter it. Bustin'. They discarded Guide of Souls. I guess that makes sense. I guess it's a little late for that. Crunch. I think any creature they cast I'm not going to be too concerned with. So maybe I just cast Force of Negation on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They already played a land. So they're not going to bust after this. There's no fast mod in Modern, right? They banned Simian Spirit Guide. This is chill, right? Let's just make sure nothing insane happens. Okay. Alright, time for a little Wrath of the Guys. Looking good. I'll force many things, but I'd like to untap ideally with a Snapcaster Mage. Amped Raptor with haste. I might have to Solitude. We'll see. Phlage. Goes to your hand, right? Oh no, it's just gone. That's cool. Okay, maybe that card's not as insane as I thought it was. I thought for some reason you still got to retain the card. White Orchid Phantom. Yeah, resolves. Need more white. Phlage. That's pretty good. I think I hit. Yeah, definitely the thing with flying. I was like, it's so obvious. So obvious. And what? Yeah, none of that makes sense. I don't think it's worth shocking that in to hold up a hard cast Force of Negation. Their last two cards would have to be land, bust, and that would be bad. For everyone. Alright. I think the deck is very good. I don't think I am good. I think I'm very rusty at Modern. So I'm going to try and sharpen up and do better. Well, welcome back for round number 3. Opponent taking a mulligan. His hand is boring. But I feel like we want to just like make land drops and then overwhelm them, right? I feel like that's kind of the idea. Like the most proactive thing we can do is cast Tamiyo, I think. Oh no, it's Tron. Oh, it's Tron. It seems like maybe one of the lesser matchups. Oh no, another land. I don't think that'll be very useful. Against Tron, you usually want some counter magic. Oh, that's not a Tron land. It's an Urza's land. Okay, yeah, that's more along the lines of what we're looking for in this matchup. I have nothing to do. Bennett. Bennett. Wrath of the Skies does seem uniquely good against Urza's Saga, I will say. I could have destroyed the Saga, but I think Wrath of the Skies will be a little bit better in the future. I want a better exchange on that. Like maybe also taking out an expedition map at the same time. Like that seems kind of good, right? If I Wrath for 1, I'm not missing anything, right? Assuming Spirit Guide was banned, right? Another Galvanic Discharge. That's some bullshit. How do you like this? If they try to cast Karn Liberated next turn, I got Force of Negation. Oh, I'm so stupid. Well, at least I made them do it. Guess I'll pay 0. Banking that energy, baby. Why did I think they couldn't activate that expedition map? Chromatic Sphere is fine. Wormcoil Engine is not fine. I've got Flame of Anor. But the funny thing about Wormcoil Engine is that it leaves behind a couple of creatures. Need something more impactful. Tamiyo's a little late for that. What's the new tech for Classic Tron? It's clear that Eldrazi Tron got a lot of new tools. I'm gonna grab the other Hallowed Fountain here. Destroy target artifact. Karn. They're down to 2 cards. They got one banked with the Chromatic Sphere. They have an O-Stone. I'm not so concerned with that one. This does look like a Tron deck I'm like somewhat familiar with from back in the day. It's very interesting. So given that we're trying to like Phlage our opponent out of the game here, I believe probably right to go after the one with lifelink here. Hugin the Spirit Dragon. Well, that's pretty good. So we'll be looking for some way to deal with that Ugin, of course. All right. I assume that's why we're running 3 Damping Spheres, Obsidian Charma, Consign to Memory. We have a lot of stuff for Tron. Galvanic Discharge out. Path to Exile also seems not super impactful, but obviously a good answer for Wormcoil Engine. Teferi bouncing stuff is also pretty annoying for them to deal with. But yeah, I think I can cut one Tamiyo. One Jolted Awake. Maybe I don't need all 4 forces. It's not like a super dedicated combo deck that's going to try and take us out of nowhere. Tron does need some setup. So if we don't have to 2-for-1 ourselves, that'd be kind of cool. I'll go down 1 Wrath too. I think a lot of their permanents are going to be pretty costly. Although cleaning up Saga doesn't feel that bad. But I don't think we'll need that many. Yeah, I like the Consign to Memory and the Preordain to help get set up. See what we got over here. Snapcaster Mage. And red mana. Flame of Anor. I'll keep both of these. Classic Tron start. I might end up cycling this Jolted Awake. Ancient Stirrings. Sylvan Scrying. That's Tron, baby. Timeless Dragon. Ooh, Damping Sphere. That's pretty good. Steps on Snapcaster Mage, but cramping their mana intensely. It's got to feel pretty good. They got a map. I'm not going to counter it. Was I supposed to? What are they going to get? Oh, Boseiju. Perhaps I could have seen that coming. Seems like that will probably buy me the time I need, though, to honestly pull ahead. They also don't have any green mana. They might have just been sandbagging it, though. Or maybe it was Perspective. Chromatic Star. What if I consign that? Would that be completely unhinged? I don't think so. There's Urza Saga. That can eventually get them some green. Let's see. Wait, where's my frickin'... Oh, Steam Vents, not a Plains. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna get Hallowed Fountain here. Another Timeless Dragon. So, Snap Consign. That is a 4-mana line. Is that better than Eternalizing? I don't think so, because I need to start applying pressure. They might have to spend a lot of their turn just trying to get rid of Damping Sphere. So I do like the idea of doing this. I'll shock this in, though, because I do want to cast Tune the Narrative. Just get deeper into my deck. But also make them think about Consign to Memory. They've got a Karn. Are they going to plus? No, they're not. What is this going to get? I can attack it now. Haywire Might. So now they can use that Boseiju as a green source. But they did kind of expend a lot of resources just to get this Damping Sphere gone. Another Snapcaster Mage, that's pretty cool. Not to mention I can still just counter that thing. So let's see. I don't have enough mana to Plane Cycle. And that won't get me an untapped blue source anyways. So yeah, let's just leave up our effects here. I could also stifle that. I could consign to memory that, right? It's triggered ability. Okay, they have tons of Haywire Mites and Chromatic Sphere. Sure. So they still have a Haywire Mite in hand, correct? That's a lot of mana. Another Karn. Do I just counter that? They could follow up with something even crazier. I like how I can pressure that thing off the field. Cityscape Leveler. Haywire Mite's good. So they can't do that yet. So I have a turn to set up. I can snap tune the narrative. Or I can plain cycle. I think Flame of Anor will be a lot better next turn, but it is disappointing that I could have cast Tamiyo. But maybe they would have been more aggressive if I had. It's hard to say. Grab a Sacred Foundry here. Force a negation. It's not bad. Two Karns down. Alright, so I can cast Tamiyo. Wait, no I can't. I'm so choked on blue. But the only blue source I could have gotten that would have come in tapped, right? Yeah, Meticulous Archive. Alright, we're just gonna chill. Oh, what? I keep tapping these fountains wrong. Alright, consign to memory. Replicate once. And I don't want that destroyed. It has on Earth, though, which is a bummer. Here's a Saga. Expedition map. Sure. They're attacking with that. Sure. So this Cityscape Leveler has Trample. It feels bad to cast Flame of Anor on something that's going to be exiled at the end of turn anyways. What choice do I really have, though? Strange pause at combat here. Gotta try and get this game over with soon. Their top decks are real live. One mana short from Flame of Anor, snap Flame of Anor. So I guess I'll just Eternalize, hold up regular old Flame of Anor, and also pitch cast Force Negation. See if we can tempo this out. Gotta watch out for Shadow Spear. How much is this to unearth? 8. Kozilek Butcher of Truth. Okay. Dismember. Hmm. How much of it is a blowout if I just counter that? If they follow up with O-Stone, it's not great. Well, actually, I could just Flame of Anor that, so I'll do that. Sure. I do wish I had some reach right now. What the hell is this? Warping Whale. I do have a backup blocker. But now Flame of Anor is bad. I guess it's not that bad. I'm still gonna draw 2. Not great. Not great. Not great at all. Let's see what we can pull off here. One mana short of casting that on the hard cast, but I guess the next card on in my deck could also be blue, so yeah, we'll see. Relic of Progenitus? Come on. I mean, they'd have to lose their Cityscape Leveler in the process, but I guess they can just do that already. That's a sorcery speed interaction, though. Or you unearth as a sorcery. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, man. Tron. Some things never change, I guess. Welcome back for match number 4. Pretty easy mulligan here. Just one land. Not doing anything. Sure. Do I keep the backup Tamiyo? Or do I send a land? We're looking pretty good on land. More Tron stuff, it looks like. Or it could just be Eldrazi. But, you know, you get the idea. Big mana. It seems like a bit of a weak point for this deck. That's kind of in the middle, but doesn't have really strong control elements. Tron is popular right now. Well, we'll try and do our thing. Cast Preordain. Bottom. I think we just need to keep that. Wow. It's pretty good. It kind of gets to the point where it feels like, yeah, we're doing stuff, but is it more... It's certainly not as powerful as Tron, and Yeah. We'll crack our clue here. The One Ring. Yeah, bringing in Narset to fight this stuff just doesn't really seem that relevant because they have so much mana. Wow, I just fucked up. I was supposed to crack that clue token. I was too busy just figuring out, like, how to beat Tron with this deck. So it doesn't really seem possible. Counter spells aren't good because they keep just crushing us on mana. We have 3 lands in our hand. 4 lands. Ah, this game sucks. Can make a time. I can eternalize Timeless Dragon. They're about to go up to 7 cards in hand with, I think, close to 10, 11 mana. We'll try the Damping Spheres again. Obsidian Charmaw. And yeah, the counter magic just seems absolutely necessary. And now we're kind of having like the too many 3-drops problem. I don't know. It seems like a tough matchup. At least I did some testing before just recording, and I had never beat Tron in those games either. So maybe there's something I'm missing. I'd love to hear what it is. I'm gonna try cutting to Fairy this time. Like, they do everything sorcery speed just about. And then I'm gonna try to mulligan for Damping Sphere and see how that goes. This hand sucks too, though. There's no blue mana. Ah, Christ. Path is our only castable spell, but Tune the Narrative is probably the weakest one, so we really gotta do our best here. And they're getting pretty free selection on a card that's already really darn good. Has a really powerful cast trigger. Yeah, it feels like they're a better control deck than us. They're a better ramp deck than us. Their creatures are better than our creatures. So I'm not really sure what the angle is here. As you saw last round, it's really not difficult for them to remove Damping Sphere either. I think for a deck that's kind of trying to play both sides, like this deck, we're just not aggressive enough to really beat Tron. And this is kind of something that I've encountered with almost every modern deck I've really liked. I used to play Modern Jund, and that is, I believe, a meme. It's approaching meme status. The Tron versus Jund matchup. It's not good. It's never been good. Yeah, they're still moving towards Tron. I mean, I assume they have a plan for this. Shit. Dang. Don't mind the Trinisphere that much. Okay, we'll shock that in and cast Preordain. Bottom. I'd really like another blue source. Wrath of the Skies is not that bad. It'll be a little more difficult to generate the energy we need though, since yeah, we're just kind of low on land drops here. Sure. One top, 0 bottom. That's scary. Alright, it's coming together. Let's get Narset going. I think I should get Steam Vents. Because Phlage also seems really important, even though I feel like we're clocking a little too late here. Oh, duh, that costs 3 already. Another Wrath of the Skies is kind of whatever. It wasn't really a card I was wild about in the matchup. I think I cited one out. Yeah. They didn't do anything. They could have cast a Devourer, right? No, that's a 7-drop. Well, we're making them play fair, and I'm still feeling pretty behind here. Oh. Stupid. Um, that was bad. So I could just Wrath and get rid of this Trinisphere, but it would also get rid of my Damping Sphere. So then we'll just lose, so yeah, this is a bit of a nombo. I should have thought about that as well. I apologize, everyone. Maybe I should have done a few more test runs with this deck, but I guess that's the beauty of donation bonus leagues. I will take Force Negation. One top, 2 bottom. Well, thank goodness for that. Hmm. Yeah, I feel like that's our ticket out of this. Can I afford to take 6? Well, I need them to bait. I need to bait them into playing the other Devourer first. And counter magic isn't really going to help because that's a cast trigger. Yeah, this is kind of what I mean when I said that they're just a better control deck than us. And their creatures are better. And they have more mana. Like, really the only thing we can kind of do is, like, try and hamstring their mana. And it's not even really working because we didn't have a clock to back it up. And it was probably a bad hand, but is going to 5 even that much better? Like, what really are our options for clocking early on? It's like pretty much nothing. I think all our clocks come down to like turn 4. Yeah, I think probably Path is the move there. But we're just not pushing our game plan forward either. It's not good. In fact, it's bad. I'm not saying our draw has been amazing or anything. Well, they drew their forest. It's possible that they don't have another one. They might have a wastes. And they have multiple forest. World Breaker. It's a 7-drop. Phlage and World Breaker will bounce off each other for what it's worth. But they still have that Devourer of Destinies. I'm not really seeing a way through this. Can't cast that Damping Sphere because of Trinisphere. It's too late at this point, too. They're ahead on board. Hit the land. Yeah, I probably can't afford to take 2. I love this card. It's so cool. I can't really afford to... Does it fizzle the whole ability if they sacrifice it in response? I think so. I think it's like a Lightning Helix, but I'll have to get some confirmation on that. And that likely wasn't the best play either, because now they'll probably just sit on this Devourer until I escape Phlage. But maybe I'll have a consigned memory at that point. Karn liberated. Dang Trinisphere. Yeah. Not really seeing a way through this one. That might be the overall theme of the league. Like, yeah, we're doing really great against any matchup that's not Tron, but yeah, it doesn't feel like Damping Sphere does much for the Tron matchup. If you're not backing it up with a quick clock, what good is a Damping Sphere, I think? Because they will just make their land drops, and then they have significant things to do as early as turn 4. I think a lot of them are playing Karn the Great Creator. I'll take another draw step, though. Alright, good games. Certainly educational. But yeah, it doesn't feel like you have the most agency in this matchup. Alright. One round to go here. We got destroyed by Tron twice in a row. That's okay. We'll see if I need to hold up this Galvanic Discharge or not. If possible, I'd like to Surveil. Yeah, we should probably destroy that. I'll grab Steam Vents. Getting to bank an energy off that. Pretty sweet. That's good. I don't like the idea of pathing this deck early on. If they were trying to leverage a Mana Dork. If they don't deal with what we're doing too, it's like... Ooh, Sylvan Safekeeper. I mean, Wrath of the Skies will be good against that. Phlage. I think it's a little too risky to rely on this Clue token to get our land drop, so I'm just going to Plane Cycle. What the heck? Oh, okay. They're just taking the opportunity to do this while there's no mana up. They go top. Let's see if we'll also be that lucky. Yes, I think that will be good against this creature deck. They're bouncing Tamiyo, not the clue token. I wonder if I should just Phlage that. Man, I do want to make a land drop. It might have been unwise to put that Snapcaster Mage on top, because putting it in the graveyard also turns on Jolted Awake. Yeah, I might have messed up. But also, if I just recast Tamiyo, it's pretty good. I don't have any counter spells or anything. This Teferi's not doing a whole lot right now. We'll see what they want to do about this. I'm curious where this is all going. Bant colors, Sylvan Safekeeper, definitely Nadu. But Nadu and what else? Just Nadu value? Ah, there it is. Alright, there's our land. Let's play Thundering Falls. I think I will also bin that. Then I'm going to cast Phlage. Target Teferi. Alright, cool. Next turn I can Wrath of the Skies. I lose Tamiyo in the process. Unless I somehow can flip her. For some reason they didn't want to block. That is confusing. They must have thought it was such an incredibly stupid play that I must have something up my sleeve. But I was also tapped out, so yeah, I'm not really sure what the deal is. Another Teferi. Kind of playing at sorcery speed anyways, so... Okay, I do welcome that, actually. Urza's Saga. All the more reason to cast this Wrath. They'll probably get a Nadu trigger off of it. Since it's going anyways, they might sacrifice it to Sylvan Safekeeper. It's resolving. Yeah, they didn't do it. Interesting. Good for us. We lost our clue token, which is sad, but... we get to keep our Tamiyo. Gonna drink some of this redacted beverage. It's back. Not happy about that. But we're slowly grinding them down. And maybe if we just have Phlage, like, we won't even care about this thing, you know? I love that land drop. Any argument here? Okay. Make white, white, red, red. Go ahead and escape Phlage. Go after Teferi. Ooh, what can this be? Okay, they're just surveilling again. We've gotten some good trades, which is good because Summoner's Pact. Uh-oh. That makes me feel like they might have a combo element. Teferi is also kind of actually giving me those vibes now. Even though we're playing Teferi, and we're like a fair deck. As fair as it gets. But they only have 4 mana. Oh, that's good. That card is good. We have 2 of them. Oh my god. Okay, I really want to land here. If I can get a land and... Oh, I exiled my Wrath of the Skies. That was stupid. I thought Phlage was just going to end stuff. I have Springleaf Drum. Okay, I'll be on the lookout for Wrath of the Skies. I got 1 left in the deck. Teferi. Not incredible. I might just have to eat my medicine and give him some triggers here. Outrider Encore. Okay, well, I'm glad Nadu is gone. I have messed this up. I should have dealt with these things first. I'm so sorry, everyone. I really need to tighten this up. I really need to tighten this up. Here comes Phlage. No block? That's horrifying. Why won't they block? What do they need these for? I also realized I could have cast Teferi and bounced Urza's Saga if I wanted to go shields down on Snapcaster Mage or Clue. They're casting a Summoner's Pact. That's not good. If they cast Outrider Encore first, I'm not going to have priority. So I better... Oh, but they're going to cast Nadu first. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Another Saga. Okay, I can rectify. What's better, casting a Clue token or getting a Snapcaster Mage on board? They have so many blockers. I think the Clue token's better. Timeless Dragon. Alright, I don't know what they could flip here, but I hope it's nothing bad. It's Delighted Halfling. That goes to their hand. In my defense, I think I, for some reason, thought Path of Exile was Swords to Plowshares in my head. That's why I gave them those landfall triggers. Bad. Bad, bad, bad. Okay, so do I reset that saga or this saga? Probably this saga. This one will be gone next turn. And I'm pretty sure Phlage has some pretty incredible reach packed into it. Don't think I need another Tamiyo. Just really hoping for a land. I don't have any counter spells anyways, so I think I just go face here. Now they're blocking. Let's draw a card, flip Tamiyo. Now we can cast this one. Block Outrider on core, which will be a 1-2. And I feel like we're in reasonably good shape here. They have to pay 4 or lose the game. The price is Summoner's Pact. Those have been cast. Redacted. Shuko. Hopefully that's too slow. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, they're just 1 mana short. Yeah, I think I'll take out that Construct token. And I just need 1 more attack in with Phlage. Some counter magic would be nice. Rush of Inspiration. That could dig me. So what does that mean? Would I rather just return Galvanic Discharge to my hand? No, I think this method of them losing aggression is also pretty effective. It wouldn't be that crazy to hit a Force of Negation. Pay 4 energy. I'm just going to ignore the Spring Heart and Nentuko. I hope it's not a huge mistake. Just put them dead to another Phlage trigger. Alright. Wrath seems perfect for this. Narset? I'm not sure. Teferi draws cards. I feel like we're already pretty well set up for this matchup. Can we make it even better? Like the Wrath seems good. Targeting things obviously not ideal, but it's kind of what we do. We were able to weather that Nadu trigger. And what else is good against Saga? I guess Obsidian Charma. But it's not really for this matchup, right? They didn't really have much to say about Tamiyo either. They kept bouncing it with Teferi. Yeah, I like all these cards a lot. I'll trim a land. Such a bad idea. I wonder if Narset isn't really the right effect for Modern. Because I've yet to really play a matchup where I really wanted her. I did really want her for... Yeah, I think this hand's pretty good. To fight like the One Ring in Tron. But like I said, it was almost impossible to keep her on the field when they have a 7-drop with a cast trigger that just exiles her. Completely busted. Yes and yes. Let's get these engines going. Maybe a turn later than they should have been. But if I can Tamiyo and then like discharge a Nantuko Springheart or something, it's a pretty good turn. Wall of Roots. Well, I can't discharge that until they start putting more counters on it. Springerleaf Drum. Yeah, I think Wrath of the Skies will be really good against this deck if I find it. And I think I'll be able to. Is it better to hold up Path? I don't think so. It's still a little early for Path. I mean, they could Nadu Shuko next turn. That'd be pretty strong. I'd probably have to force Shuko. Just because it's so busted. I don't think I forced this. I think I can path it. Or if they put another counter on it. 2 counters, that is. There's one. I can only do it once a turn. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm kind of looking at the bigger picture here. Hopefully it works. I'm not a very experienced Modern player. I feel like I have to keep saying that. I don't feel at home. So how does Bestow work? Once this creature goes away, it just becomes a 1/1, right? It's pretty busted. Definitely more interested in Wrath of the Skies. Yeah, I kind of want to snap Preordain. But I think I'm just going to hold up this Path to Exile and a Clue token. And maybe even a Surveil. We'll see. many wall fruits. Yeah, there's not really any good reason to hit this with, because that's how bestow works, right? Once the creature it's enchanting is gone, it doesn't just go away, like most other auras. Maybe I should have forced that. I'm not doing anything with my mana. They keep making more and more wall fruits. So what are they going to do with all this mana? Is this Court of Calling? Oh, it's Eldritch Evolution. Am I going to have time to cash out both of these Snapcaster mages, or should I just hardcast Force of Negation? I think this is right. No Veil of Summer. That's tight. And then nothing, so I get to Surveil. It's kind of a good deal. It's kind of the land I wanted. Guess I'll get Thundering Falls. What's going on? Okay. I'm gonna bin that. Really kind of just looking for one card right now. Can flip Tamiyo. Seems pretty good. Okay, here's the Court of Calling. Do they have like a... Okay, it's just Nadu. I was like, wait, Leovold's not in this format. Bottom. Another path. Counterspell. That card's good. Unfortunately, I can't cast it. Not until next turn. So I gotta give them a Nadu trigger and an Nantuko trigger. They got Delighted Halfling, sure. So I think they make the 1/1 now because they can't pay 2. Yeah. All right. I mean, they have 2 unknowns in hand. Could be pretty bad. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's not really bad. Okay, 1 unknown. At what point do they start just going for the insect tokens? What are they going to do with all these Wall of Roots? Play like Assault Formation? Doran the Siege Tower? Arcades Sabbath? I have to know. Getting their Springleaf Drum back. Drawing a card. I hope it wasn't a good one. Yep. We are due to see a Wrath. We're over a quarter through our deck and we're running 4, so... Yeah, there's gotta be a Wrath coming up. It's gotta be. Jolted Awake. So I can Jolt Snapcaster Mage, cast Preordain. I want that to Fairy Gone. Although Delighted Halfling is also making Counterspell bad. Start here. Banking 2 energy is good. Yeah, let's Jolt Snapcaster Mage. Target Preordain. Cast Preordain. There we go. Top and top. Blank the squad. And that might have been bad. I didn't really think about that all the way, to be honest. But I can't, because I'm going to lose Snapcaster Mage anyways, right? To this Wrath. Yeah, I should have gotten Preordain back. Make the land drop anyways. And then hopefully just force a negation. Anything too catastrophic. Clean house. Ultimate Tamiyo maybe even. Such an absurd amount of mana. Alright, the fact we can do this with Counterspell backup is nice. It's nice, I'm not gonna lie. White, white. Might as well get 1 energy out of the deal. Yeah, we're only paying 2. Alright, we got Counterspell and Force Negation. We're gonna Ultimate Tamiyo next turn. I'm feeling pretty good. We just don't have that much mana. So it might be hard to cash out that ultimate. But we'll do it eventually. Summoner's Pact? Sure. Is there an uncounterable card? I don't think so. I think they just robotically go for Nadu every time, because the deck doesn't do much without it. Mm-hmm. If they counter back, I will counter back. Okay. That's good enough for them. I kind of wanted to see what a Tamiyo ult does in this deck, but I think it does what it does in every deck and just uh, give you the cards you need to win. We were already winning that game, though. We didn't need the Tamiyo ult. All right. I mean, maybe I didn't play that badly. I think I just feel like I play badly whenever I feel disinterest start kind of taking over, and I was definitely feeling like, why am I playing these matches against Tron? They're a better control deck than us. They have better creatures than us, and they have more mana than us. I don't know how much we should be respecting the Tron matchup, if I just like randomly ran into it 2 times in a row. But I have a feeling it's going to be pretty popular in the modern format. I'm no modern expert. I don't know a whole lot about it. As you all probably know, I mostly play Legacy, but I do love the format. It's a real nice, refreshing thing to do every once in a while. Yeah, maybe that would be my feedback. Respect the Tron matchup more. Have a different plan than Damping Sphere, because even though this will slow them down, it doesn't amount to much if we're not also pulling ahead and getting their life total down to 0. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there. Huge thank you again to Canoptopus and Thunderbrow for lending me the cards. It would not have been possible without you. This was a ton of fun. And thank you to our Kratos for giving me the donation list. Yeah, I think it'd be really fun to revisit this list again someday. I think there's a lot of cool places you can take it. I think probably there might even be a more proactive one drop than Tamiyo. And with that, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.